spes unica, miranda fecit iam primina, la regis carne conditor, pendus etiam
Episodes from a Life. Volume 1, Episode 19. The Aesthetics of Clumsiness, Part 2. The Aesthetics of Clumsiness, Part 2.
Sit quietly and we will control all that you see and hear. We repeat, there is nothing wrong with your television set. You are about to participate in a great adventure. You are about to experience the awe and mystery which reaches from the inner mind to outer space. Please stand by. We are controlling transmission. set to you. Until next week at this same time, when the control voice will again take over. Until then, please stand by.
Through the ages, down all the days, since we stood upright and came down from the trees and discovered our thumbs, humankind has been leaving its trace, documenting the surrounding environment with roving keen eyes, the sky, the moon, a dog's face. And eventually, we began to scroll images of each other. From drawing little stick people holding spears, running after bison in a cave with the end of a shitty stick, to the great faces on the outer layer of the sarcophagi of the Egyptians, and sometimes the Greek, to drawing dicks in the dirt on the side of a bus. The rendering of humans by humans is a fine thread continuing down the centuries, an unseen hook with a line of finest silk. This is surely exemplified with the likes of the Pergamene, 3 writhing bodies grappling with a big bastard serpent, or the Greco-Roman sculptures with their lovely plump arses, to Rodin's distorted voluptuousness. This has been an unending quest for man. Earlier this year, treasure hunters discovered a previously unseen and unknown work, estimated to originate from the 4th century BC. The work has been spoken of in local folklore and was thought lost forever, or to be fiction, mere bullshit. It was eventually found in a shed in Kildare. The gentleman who discovered the work, a farming man, claimed he was digging in his garden for the foundations of a greenhouse when he came across the extraordinary sculpture. The greenhouse has been erected a number of years now and produces tomatoes, small courgettes, and on occasion strawberries. The work was purchased with public money for an undisclosed sum. The images you can now see on your screen can only serve as an overview of the majesty of the statue. This work can, I believe, only be fully appreciated with the naked eyeball. When you get face to face with a work of art like this, you just can't help but think, wow, this is great. The statue with its majestic lines, the pose which is symbolic of a great warrior, an Irish chieftain. The name of the warrior is said to be John O'Flynn, who is rumoured to have lived in a cave 2 miles from where the statue was found. It has been written that he was a hard bastard And you can see this here with his powerful stance, sword, and big muscles. The statue is cast in solid gold and is a rare example of the skill of these early craftsmen. The gold, as you can see in this detail, is rendered loosely and looks nearly liquid. The face is haunting still. The overall effect still remarkably modern. At the time this was made, the population was still living in ditches and eating grass. No sausages in them times. This is a testament to man's determination. That these primitive people, firstly, had acquired the skills to make such an impressive work of sculpture art, and that they set aside hundreds of horses. Sorry, I read that bit wrong. I'll start again there. That these primitive people set aside hundreds of hours to make this extraordinary piece of art, while they were probably freezing and running away from wild boars. The artist's voice still rings down the ages. This is a testament to man's determination. It is on display at the Victoria and Albert Museum in London City Centre, England, until the 7th of July.
Many who view this sight just see a hunk of flesh, a dead animal, or visage it with roast potatoes in the oven, Yorkshire puddings, it's Sunday lunch. But we can see something way more complex than that. This chicken can teach us something. And this is how it goes. The mammy chicken gets fertilized by a farmer with a fertilizer gun. Then 9 months later, the little chick is born in the form of an egg. When the little chick gets fed up of egg life, it leaves said egg and walks away on its little chicken legs. Then the farmer feeds it medicine to make it strong. And you betcha, this chicken gets strong. We then go into the shed, grab the chicken by the neck, and kill it. You see, this chicken is not unlike us, really. We can view this chicken as a symbol of what's in the pipeline for all of us. This bird did not die in vain.
Okay, people! Got a lovely double-breasted chicken here for you. £3, people, come on. You want this, don't you? You want this, love, over there, yeah? £3 a chicken. Let me pop this in this blue bag for you here, love. Come on, £3. £4, want one with the customised artwork on it. Come on, £4 a chicken. Lovely double-breasted one. You there, madam, in the red coat. Come on, you want this? You'll feed your family on a Sunday lunch. Come on, £2.50! £2.50, love the chicken! Sold! I always been told it's important to look after your local environment. Not to throw rubbish on the ground or spit on the floor of the bus or leave the tap running when you're brushing your teeth. A society is judged on how it treats its lessers. I ain't preaching. I'm just speaking my mind out of my window. And then I try to do my best at all times. And I think it's important to contribute something to your local society. I try offer what humble things I can, like these bread scraps to the local birds. Blackbird, pigeon, robin redbreast. I draw my line at the crow because he makes me think of the end. I was supposed to get 2 songbirds for my Christmas box, but Granny said it was cruel to have birds in a cage, so I just got 2 fish instead, which I suppose is still pretty cool, you know. I remember the exact moment when I realized my love for nature. I can see it now. If I close my eyes, it's so vivid. I'm there. I was staring out of my window, and I only had a little window then because I was only a little lad with only a few hairs on my arse. And I sort of fell into a sleep and then drifted off. I stepped on board a vision, and I was there.
A glorious beauty to behold, me lad. If you ever could get a cow, you would always have butter and cheese and yogurt. Take this pendant of silver made and wear it by your heart. Run! You'll be late for your dinner.
I digress. But since that incident, I've had such an avid interest in the natural world, be that the BBC programmes of Monty Don or David Attenborough. I watch them all the time. I talk to my neighbour often.
He knows an awful lot about the natural world. He used to be a marine biologist. And before that, he was the captain of the submarine HMS Coughbottle in World War II. And as I don't earn as much money as I wish, as my pot washer job, I earn a few extra francs a week just going around and checking on him, seeing if he's okay. His house has been transformed. He's made a warren of sets all the way around, out of cardboard, bits of wood, shit. And I come and sit with him and listen to his stories, and they are fascinating. He plays all the parts himself. The production is not what I would say is high class, but my God, it's engaging.
4:30 a.m. British time, 500 feet below the sea. The British Navy submarine HMS Coughbottle has run into a spotted bother.
Morning, Captain Nolan here. What is the reason for this?
Morning, sir. Apologies for waking you.
Get on with it, Corporal. I was having a rather lovely dream about when Bingo Finkelworth and I were in Harrow. We were on a boating trip, and he dropped the whole bloody dinner service in the water. I want to get back to those dreams. It's all I have, my dreams. Cling on tight!
You see, the thing is, sir, we've been having a little bit of trouble in the engine room. We've been belting along at 80 knots, full tilt for a number of hours, and the dials haven't moved. We haven't moved an inch. I don't really know what's going on, but I just wonder, could you advise at least?
That's extremely distressing news, Corporal. Extremely distressing. Let me have a look and see what the situation is. Corporal! You'll never guess!
What, Captain? What?
There's a sea creature of epic proportions. He's got us in its tentacles. Tentacles the size of tree trunks, Corporal. We're in the belly of the beast. A Leviathan! We're going down, Corporal! Corporal! We're getting crushed! The tentacles are taking over! Corporal! Tell my wife I love her! It can't be! It can't be! Ah! We're taking off water, Corporal! I'm sure of it! Captain! Bloody hell! We're sure to sink! Tell the troops! Alert the police! Corporal! I love you! These tales are so entertaining. I sit for hours and hours and forget to eat and even drink water. I sit captivated. And then eventually, I stand up and I have to leave. And I walk out of his door into the bright sunshine and walk down the street. And it's hard to even readjust to normal life. I'm staggering, my arms outstretched. I see children and kick them over. And people gaze and they gape. And then eventually I get home and calm down and have some lukewarm water and just have a lie down. Sorry. Anyway, I really have to be getting ready. I've got to be in work in an hour. But thanks for listening. But before I go, I'll show you something secret. Only for you. As I've been throwing all this bread out, as my interest only sparked for the natural world 6 months ago, maybe. But the bread has been sort of catching there just by the gutter. And I meant to clean it out and make a fresh, clean start, but it has been collecting, as I said, and the rainwater and I suppose sunshine and the natural mold that grows in bread. Something's been happening. Something has been growing there. I suppose as you're here, I've got the courage to confront whatever it is.
And I think now is the time. I've seen it moving.